In this Eternal Return video, I found the absolute most consistent high elo player that I've ever seen play this game. This guy wins or places top 3 in most of his Hyunwoo games, and today we're going to be checking out his strategies on how he stays alive the whole game and abuses Hyunwoo's tank stats. Q, W's with the enhanced attack, but she's really just tickling Hyunwoo here. He already has all that health back. She used 3 E's. And no damage is being done to Hyunwoo. Here's the build and the build ID. Guys, if you feel like I'm making valuable content, please consider subscribing. Let's get it. Hey guys, it's Loy here, and I've got what I feel is the most consistent Hyunwoo that I've seen in a while. Most consistent player actually at high LP. This guy gets first and second place almost every game. He's got this very defensive build which goes Brazil Gauntlet into Battlesuit. Just stacks up a lot of defense stats, gets a really tanky Hyunwoo going. Very hard to remove on the map. Guys, skill order on Hyunwoo, you get your E first. Then you put 3 points into your Q. While you put 2 points, then 1 point into your W, then 1 point into your Q. Then your ultimate. Then from there, you're going to be maxing your E first, then your Q, then your passive. So a little bit complex. Hopefully I can put that up on screen for you. He does start dock and then he parts to uptown, cemetery, pond, and then avenue afterwards. So yeah, Hyunwoo as always just very efficient. Look how fast he's looting the boxes, know exactly what he needs to take. Yoinks that lighter, just gets the boiled water going. He's already got a lot of ramen ready. So that boiled water he's probably going to be making some Americano from as soon as he gets coffee. He'll be able to find coffee here in hotel for sure. So he's going to have a lot of drinks. If he finds some garlic, he can make garlic ramen. So he's looking good so far. Doesn't waste a lot of time on dock. Really just parts here to hotel. He needs the windbreaker oil and then the sneakers. Other than that, Hyunwoo, this guy plays his Hyunwoo very conservatively. You're going to see him throughout the game. He's just going to be very chilled. There, he's already got what he needs for braces. There's Huni, my favorite Adriana player. Every time I see him, I just think of his 8-kill game, and I'm just like, whoa, it's Huni! And then I have a little bit of a fanboy moment. Definitely, I think, one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite. What do I mean characters? Sorry, favorite players. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite players. He's going to be completing his boots. Also going to have the oil cloth to finish his Brazil Gauntlet. So Brazil Gauntlet, what you need is bone gauntlet and you need oil cloth. Bone gauntlet is this item that you're going to get from building a gauntlet and then mixing it with a turtle shell. So gauntlets are his current gloves plus steel. And there he got some garlic, gonna be making the garlic ramen, getting his steel going as well, gonna be able to make the steel gauntlet. And bone gauntlet and Brazil gauntlet is online. He's got his purple item, which is always great. I always get excited. He found a hairband. He just checks this eyesore. Not really aggressive early game. So there we go. Once you finish the first 6 level, which he has, you start maxing your E. Just threatening that eyesore out, but really just a controlled conservative game. He drops the ice, chooses not to make purified water, finds a nail. That's gonna help him finish his sword stopper quickly. Once he gets his bazoo band. Yeah, he's got a mask, so when he finds the chain here, I'm assuming is when he's gonna move on. He needs that chain to make a chain coif, then he can get a hat and he'll get the closed helm. So yeah, he finds the steel chain. Is he going to stick around for the feather? He is. Okay, prioritizing finding the last feather here. And then we're going to see him move on to pond. Gets that garlic ramen. Like I thought, he's leaving it. Gonna find that feather somewhere else. Now he can find his hat. Okay, finds steel, a hammer. That's very important. It makes you make iron sheets, and that's going to help you make bulletproof and finish your battle suit, which he just has. And now you can check he's also making his sword stopper off that bazoo band and the nail. And greener pastures, he's now level 9. 4 minutes in, guys. No wasting time. Pure efficiency. Eternal return. Black survival. You know what it is. There's a Jukai here at pond. He's making his closed helm. He's checking out the Jukai, seeing his items. Maybe wants to get aggressive. He had rubber, so he's going to be able to finish the helm of Banneret. And now he's got 4 of his items done. For boots, he usually seems to build the sorry, I'm just checking. There's a Lennox in this region, and there's a Yuki and a Rossi, which seem to be fighting in the region he just left. He's scoping it out now, and the Rossi stomping out that Yuki, but maybe that changes. He's going to be potting towards it. Oh, the Rossi gets it, but now he's on this Rossi really quickly, and he's going to be able to steal a kill for himself. The fight's getting really scrappy. Lennox now just trying to get out of there. He's also just trying to get out of there. Use the slow on Lennox and gets rid of that priority. He was sandwiched in between the two, but the way he played that really just allowed him to escape. That fight is still going on. The Yuki's still applying pressure, but yeah, I don't think he wants any of this. He's just going to be potting back to Cemetery, going to be trying to find the feather here. Too much smoke at pond. He's checking the hygiene, just take time. He will be noting that, by the way. Because he's building such a tanky version of Hyunwoo, often the longer the game goes, the better it is for him. Because very, very late game at the last console, if you can't burst him down, he's just going to win based off time. That's something that happens. There's the corpse of my favorite player on the floor. Hyun, just lying there dead still. He built some Healy, so maybe he's thinking of a force core into some Boots of Hermes. He's going to be here in factory, just scoping the area out. Uses his EQ. Then just wails on the dog, gets the leather he needs. Okay, there's some action here. Is it the Hyun? No, it's a Nadine. Interesting to see a Nadine go bow build, actually. Okay, finally finishes his EO-Dui boots off the steel kneecaps. Yeah, the reason why I would say that it's very difficult for, or why it's very interesting to see a Nadine build bow is because you just get so much value of being able to peel for yourself off the crossbow D skill. So it's a very interesting choice. You'll actually be able to see some Nadine gameplay. I uploaded it yesterday onto my channel. Okay, he's taking some lighters. Not sure whether he's gonna want to get heated oil here to make food. I think he's gonna make his food off heated oil. The Nadine chasing him. Now he's chasing the Nadine, uses his E to close the ground. Nadine doesn't want this. She R's him, he's backing out, uses his W, he's gonna be very tanky. He's trying to get a wall stun going. Wall stun QR. EQR burst. Very scary when people build skill amp Hyunwoo and hit you with that EQR burst. It can really just one-shot you. So usually people will build a skill amp item like the Frost Gloves. I forget their name now. And then they'll also build Cabana. And then just just completely destroy you. Okay, he's just farming chickens. Looking through the chest, nothing interesting there. It's nice that he's full build. Now he wants to go for an EOD suit. He's actually getting resources for that. So in this area he can find a bandage, but he's not going to stick around here for long. Yeah, he's just chilling. No resources that he really needs here. Takes the piano wire though. Probably now just looking to build some traps. No, leaves the gunpowder and he finds a heart. Heart destroying that eyesore. And he just gets the garlic. Gonna get some more garlic ramen up. 1 minute up in this zone. Still got a lot of time to figure out what he needs to do. Doesn't take anything else off of the ISO. Doesn't even opt to hide the legendaries. Feels like it's not important. Okay. So the heated oil was actually so he could make some potato chips. And then maybe get some fish going as well so he can make fish and chips. That's why he's got the second heated oil there underneath all of the text. So he's going to be finding some fish, he's going to fry it, and then he's going to be making some old school fish and chips. Good old English fish and chips. Gotta love it, boyo. Now finds a dead Luke. He's considering taking the cube watch. Doesn't take it. Takes the cube watch, actually. I wonder why he made that decision. Maybe he thinks at some point swapping out the cube watch will be important. Or he's looking to deny it from one of the cost. Alright, there's another Luke in this area. He does not care. Like I said, very conservative player, guys. Very, very conservative player. He's going to be making some fried fish, and then off that he's going to be getting 3 stacks of fish and chips. Very strong. A purple food item. And he's got stacks of garlic ramen, 5 stacks going. He's got Americano. He's got some Heelys to get the speed up if he ever gets force core. He's looking great. Super tanky Hyunwoo, super defensive. If you see the way he's played this, he hasn't opted to take any fights. He doesn't need to. He just got the 1 kill off of that Rossi fight. And then just scooted out of there. He's going to bump into a Jukai. He's higher level but doesn't even engage. Doesn't care about this. Gonna be... I thought maybe he'd be scouting for items to finish his EOD suit. But as you can see there in the top right... the monk's robe is done. So, well, there's no areas to get the monk's robe from anymore. So he won't be able to complete that item. I think no more priority for him. Also kept some white rhinos in his inventory, maybe for healing reduction. So yeah, he's keeping his options open. But for now, I think what we're going to be seeing from him a lot more is just him moving around the map, searching for things he feels he needs, completing food and drink items, activating consoles, and farming any creeps and camps he can find. And then he's going to probably execute his play in that last zone around the last console. That's probably when we're going to be seeing him get more active. Yeah, Korean high LP for Black Survival. There's a Luke and a Jukai fighting. This is stuff that he jumps in on. There's always an opportunity to third party. And they just both disengage that fight. Not having Hyunwoo third party them. Wreck them with the EQR combo. No, they're not having that. So Luke and Jukai just back off. You can see Luke there on the map, kind of just farming. Also a Nadine in the area. Nadine pretty safe, still alive. Maybe that Nadine D skill very important, you know, the bow skill. Maybe I'm overrating crossbows, guys. Okay, he marked this part of the map, as you can see. Okay. I thought he marked it to get the leather, but actually why he marked it was that he could leave the cube watch there safe. Kind of deny it from the other Luke, I'm guessing. So yeah, that Luke's not going to be finding it. He hid it in the bat. So doesn't want Luke to have that cube watch. Maybe going to pick it up again. No, leaves it. And yeah, still 8 people in this game. I've got to admit, it's pretty slow, but when you are this high level, you know the ins and outs of your character. You know what you can and can't do. You know whether you should be hunting people early. You know whether you've got advantage late. And Hyunwoo, really around that last console, if there's no one to poke him out, he's gonna run away with it on time. You actually have to deal with him. He's kind of like a Nasus from League of Legends. Not like a Nasus in terms of damage. Oh, out comes a heart. She uses E. She's using Q, W's with the enhanced attack. But she's really just tickling Hyunwoo here. He already has all that health back. She used 3 E's and no damage is being done to Hyunwoo. He's not even burning a lot of his food. Just rests that up. Doesn't even rest for too long. And really just scary Hyunwoo. I think it's gonna take a lot more player support to burst him out. Or maybe something like a Nadine. I think Nadine's damage output can be disgusting enough to deal with the Hyunwoo. We actually saw it last game with that Nadine gameplay. There was this Hyunwoo at the last console, you know, just trying to stall out the game, but just got absolutely zoned and destroyed by the Nadine. He had to step off the console and then he just didn't get in on time. So he's going to be taking the binoculars, building a telephoto cam. And he's parting towards Chapel. I think Chapel's our last region, the last region we're going to be seeing. So yeah, he's just focused on leveling up, although he's at the start of 17, so we'll see whether he's able to get to 18. Pretty long way to go. There's a Jukai at Chapel. The Heart is still running around Hospital. It's going to activate console. Guys, that's another important thing that you see a lot of the pros do. When you get into a new area and you've got time and you are kind of just farming the map up, path towards console. So take all of the creeps on the way to console, then activate it. Get some information going for yourself. It's going to help you out. Especially when we go this late game, it's very important to see what's happening, to be able to assess threats, know what's going on in your environment around you. There's the other Adriana player. He's trying to take the purple item, had no inventory space. He's gonna shuffle some stuff around. He opts for the soju over the latte. So gonna be keeping the soju. I hadn't realized that he didn't have the Americano anymore. So he's still got interesting items. He's got a steel armor in his inventory. This is not the last region. The last region is going to be beach. So he's still got steel armor, maybe looking to build a Crusader armor off that. Get a Saint's Cross here. But he passed up on the cross earlier, so not really the most holy thing. But yeah, he passed up on it, so I don't think he's going to be doing that. I just love that they always in the game. The mentality is never slowed down. You haven't seen him actually be calm in any one of these moments. Just because he isn't hunting people doesn't mean this isn't intense. He's waiting. And he's always waiting for this kind of situation where two people are fighting each other and he can third party. So now you know when you play Hyunwoo and you're not going the more aggressive skill amp build, when you're playing this more defensive style, which gets him a lot of top 1s and top 2s by the way. When you're playing this more defensive thing where you're stalling for time, the best way to play it is to just be out of everyone else's business until people start to fight, then you can third party. There's some business going on at beach. I think Luke was attacking one of the bats there. Nothing major. There's a Lennox. The Jukai and Nadine are in each other's space. There's a Jukai parting down. Look how much information he has because he ran to the console. Really guys, the higher level you get, if you don't have vision late, you're just going to get stomped. Very scary things can happen to you if you don't have vision. a Hyunwoo skill amp version. Hyunwoo can pop out of a bush and just hit you with that EQR and instantly blow you up. There's nothing you can do. You can't actually respond to that combo, and it does so much damage. It's an actual one-shot. I know the memers kind of like, as YouTubers were like, he one-shotted him in the title, you know, to get people to click, but it's an actual one-shot, 3 ability kills. Alright, everyone's here. There's 7 people in beach. Heart's gonna be the last one in. A Nadine, a Luke, 2 Jukais, and a Lennox, and of course the boy Hyunwoo. Nadine just getting just getting rid of Nadine's traps there. Not gonna let the Nadine stack. Hyunwoo with the BM knows that this version of Nadine can't really burst him down. He's just chilling, taking a break. Oh, the BMs. Yeah, that's the interesting thing that happens at this elo when they know the other players can't kill them. They just really chilled around each other. High level black survival, especially at this time of the game with this many players, it's ridiculous to start fights. So what you kind of do at this time is you kind of just try and get whatever, like bears or turtles or boars. There's no turtles that you can kill. Boars, bats, bears, chickens, wolves, whatever you can scavenge on the map, and then people will just stand around you very neutrally and just wait to kind of try and steal what you're trying to farm with the last shot. But everyone's chilled, and the reason why is if you start a fight here, everyone's just gonna jump in, and chances are both you and the person you engaged on are gonna die. So it's going to become a situation where everyone's standing around the console, and someone will eventually feel like they don't have enough time and they have to start the fight. There's the Jukai, uses burn to a crisp. Heart forced out, loses 2 seconds on the timer. Nadine also lost some time. Burn to a crisp still being used. Nadine half health. Everyone else still chilling. Nadine being zoned off, and it looks like she's the first one that they're gonna zone off. She's trying to fight her way back, hits that Jukai. Now Luke and the other Jukai completely destroy her. Heart actually getting the kill on the end of that. Lennox chilling. Apologies for that, a little bit of a DC, so the Heart gets the kill there. And now everyone just back to choosing who's the weakest. Heart jumping onto the Jukai. Heart taking so much damage off that. Luke and Jukai, both Jukais actually, just eliminating Heart. The squishy characters are getting bullied in this version of the game. Really just gonna come down to who is the weakest character. My money is Luke goes out next. Luke or Lennox. I just think they don't have the tankiness, but that Jukai does have a little bit of health chunked out on him. Maybe he's the next target, but he is level 20. People just making food. Yeah, so this part of the game is really a bit of a meme. Luke. Luke doing his best to steal that. The burn to the crisp onto the Luke. And the other Jukai is also getting targeted, but they just gang up on the Luke there. These Jukais know where their bread is buttered, and it's with each other. Chefs unite. And now Hyunwoo jumping onto the other Jukai. The other one jumping onto the Lennox. Oh, and they burst down the Jukai. Lennox and Hyunwoo kind of agreeing here that they need to take the Jukais out. Now Lennox trying the snake bite, uses a Q, uses a flay, another Q. And Hyunwoo just ready with the autos. He seems to not be too stressed here. This is going to come down to time. The zone is at 0. And now it's about who has the best on their timers. Oh, and Jukai's only got 4 seconds. And he stuns the Lennox. Gonna be seeing that Jukai go down. And he just bursts the Lennox down. Lennox actually just giving up. And yeah, it came down to time. What a player. And that's what I was talking about. You just play it. It was actually the perfect game at the end because there was no severe damage threat. You just play this very long game, and you kind of just stall out the game with this defensive Hyunwoo build. Very smart way to play for players who maybe are newer and or people have a more of a temperament to play a more defensive games. Maybe you're a player who waits for your opponent to make mistakes. This Hyunwoo is perfect for you. You can just roam around the map, get what you need, jump in on fights as in third party, and then late game, if your time is right, you're just gonna win on time. Oh, what a player, what a game. This is your boy Loy Meets World. I hope you learned something. If you enjoyed it, subscribe. I'm out. Peace!